before we go ahead and get into what was meant to today, I want to show y'all what I'm smoking. Cheap, you know. Hope you guys are having a good day, a good year. Yeah. So my second EP just came out, and I think it's time. I made a video on, a little bit about my music career and, why I started making music. First question is, how did the journey with music start? Well, the journey with music started when I got in trouble with the law, and that forced me not to stay home. Basically, I'm not going into details, but I had to stay home. I had to go to my parents' house and figure some things out. So that was a moment in my life when I couldn't do anything. Couldn't drive, couldn't go anywhere. I just messed up my life. One thing after another. But it was the law that really got me started with music. Had nothing to do, couldn't go anywhere, so I just one day was like, I'm going to start making beats. I'm going to figure out how to make beats. At that time, didn't have internet, couldn't afford internet, none of that stuff. So was just learned how to use the software that was on my computer, and so I basically started from scratch. Didn't know how to use. I didn't know anything about music. It was very new to me. It's literally like starting on a blank page. It took a while to even have a clue what I was doing. But it kept me busy, It kept me busy. Not trying to go into too much details on like certain things, but just because I don't think that's really, it's like important. But yeah, my music career started basically off of, getting in trouble with the law and having to deal with that, court, all that stuff. And it just made me find a hobby, find something to keep me busy. And that's what I did. I found music. Question 2. What was the trigger point made you decide to get into music? Basically, it's sort of off the second question, but so I guess we'll let go on the second base here. But the trigger point was okay. What got me into starting to do vocals? See, the first base was, beats because getting in trouble with the law. But second base was, got in a fight, and I wouldn't say a fight, but a little, tussle, whatever you want to call it. Keep it, wrestling match, and from that point was like, I gotta say something. Like, I gotta spit, I gotta let out my feelings, because I just felt different after that. And this is after starting to make beats. So this is the second base. I'm on second base right now. And, that really changed my whole life. If it wasn't for me getting in that fight, I probably would have never started doing vocals. Would have never made a song, just stuck to beats. So, to answer the question, a fight is what triggered me to get into music and start creating albums, EPs, singles, that type of stuff, which, wasn't on the major platforms. It was on YouTube. It was on SoundCloud, sites like that. But you got to start somewhere. Question 3. What inspires you the most? What inspires me the most? Before it was, oh, I want to be famous. I want to be rich. When you make your first beat, that's what you think about. But, as you go on and you continue making music, you realize that it's bigger than you. I'm going to shout out somebody. Shout out Lil Baby, 4PF. The bigger picture. It's bigger than me or you. There's so many issues. There's so many different life and just setbacks, and people gotta hear it. They gotta hear. They gotta have something. They need something. They need some type of motivation, inspiration, and that's when I realized that I need to do this for for people, for the ones that are going through things, and you know just need that extra ear. That's why that's why I do it the way I do it, and that's why it inspires me the most. I mean, anybody can do it for money, but it's bigger than that at the end of the day. Question 4. Which is your most favorite music instrument and why? Well, I want to say, and I have to say, vocals, because I don't use any other instruments. My voice is my instrument. If you guys don't know, my production is done by loops and samples. People have their opinions on it, and it's whatever, honestly. They could say whatever they want, but we know that it's no different than using a MIDI or typing in your notes. There's no difference. Certain things, certain ways are harder than using a MIDI, typing in your notes. It's it changes the music, the way you hear it. You're not gonna get the same sounding song as somebody who uses a MIDI keyboard or who types in their notes. You're not gonna get the same sound. In the same style. You're just not. But that's one of the things, that come along with it. So my favorite instrument has to be my voice. Another shout out to the voice. Rest in peace, King Von. And Lil Durk did his thing. Yeah. Next question. If you were not a musician, what would you have been? What would I have been? No clue, honestly. My life wasn't the best when I started making music. My life wasn't the best. I didn't really have anything going for me. I don't know where I would have been, locked up, dead, or just, non-existing. But yeah, music saved my life and changed my life. So did God. God was a huge part of my life that changed me. He changed me. the Bible changed me. But yeah, so that answers that question. Next question. What is your suggestion for the newcomers? My suggestion for the newcomers would be start doing your own damn thing. Create a new sound. Create a new beat pattern. Create a new style. Do something unique. But take it slow, very slow. You know, don't rush. Patience is key. And you'll be good. You'll be good. Strive to get better every day. And never give up. That's what I would say to the newcomers. Next question. What would be your dream collaboration? Ooh. Now, right now, you know, as much as I love, the mainstream artists, I would love to stick with my city, with my area. I'm not gonna name no names in my area, but would love to work with them. Wanna give them some credit they deserve. A lot of people don't make it where I'm at, but soon, very soon. But mainstream artists, have a couple. I'll name 3 of them. Kanye West, Travis Scott, and 2 Chainz. Those are my three artists, three collaborations that I would love to have. Of course there's Drake, Jay-Z, but want somebody that could really go with me, where we could work together, but and it match, but if any of you guys hear this, see this, just I would love to collaborate with you guys, honestly. It mean the world to me, you know. It really would. Next question. Have you ever gone through director's block? Music director's block. Have I ever gone through music director's block? Yes. Yes, I have. Not so much of finishing tracks because once again, I make my beats from loops. So, you always could put sounds together, but that's not how you really want to. Anybody could put sounds together, but you want to make, when you, especially if you're using loops, samples, stuff like that. Here's some advice. Don't rush it. You got to make hits. You got to make bangers. You got to make something that's really going to stick. Don't rush it because you don't have the advantage of less is more. You got to use more because you're using loops and samples. You're already at a disadvantage. Where you're going to use one loop and call it a song, you call it your own, You're not making it your own. But when I realized that, I'm going through a writer's block, a director's block, making beats, music, I record usually on the weekends vocals because it's the weekend. Like, you party on the weekend, shout out the weekend. But so that's usually when I record on the weekends. Sometimes Friday, because Friday doesn't really count as the weekend. But beats, I'd probably do a couple of things. I take my time and I step away from it, because there's so many different reasons for writer's block or beat block or whatever you want to call it. You have, your personal issues. One second. Sorry about that. You have your personal issues. You have, noise in the area that you're at where you can't focus. And, sometimes you don't have enough time to be able to make music or make a full song the way you would want to. And that's when you really have to just take a deep breath and say, I'm gonna knock this out, And you really gotta to focus, to look up music, look up instrumentals, look up sounds, look up different things when it comes to making beats, and really realize that you're not the only one who's making this music. You have so many different inspirations, and truth be told, you gotta, you have to, you have to get inspiration from other places beside yourself, besides your brain. you're only one person. You're only human. And just know that. Next question. Last question. Who are your most favorite singers of all time? My favorite singer of all time is, shout out again, Tory Lanez. Has to be my favorite. My favorite artist is probably Drake, just because he doesn't miss. Tory Lanez never misses either. But I'm, two different categories. But I'm I'm confident in those two, for sure. If I had to depend on a singer to, if I was, if they were signed to me and I was like, I had to pick two people, one artist, both artists, but one singer, one rapper, or they're both rappers but artists, but singer and rapper. Drake will be categorized as a rapper, and Tory Lanez will be categorized as a singer. I'm going with those two. I'm like, all right, Tory Lanez is gonna give me a hit album. Drake's gonna give me a hit rap album. That's how I feel. Of course, you got Jay-Z. You got the the OGs in the game. Could name those names, but sticking to the to my generation, what I grew up on, and they're still young, but yeah, we'll go with those two, Tory Lanez and Drake. But that's all the questions. My final words will have to be, at the end of the day, we're all musicians. We all strive to do the same thing, make music. Not to get big, to blow up, to become famous. Income, yes, of course, but we all do it because we've been through something. We have passion for it, and we wanna inspire, and never forget that. It's one of those things that you have to really have in the back of your head, because we're musicians. We're not here to be cool and, act like we're on top of the world. We're here to give people and just show people our gifts that were given by God. And we all do that, but just don't forget. But we're all human. We're all human. But that wraps up this little Q&A. My new EP is out now. Aftermath EP. 4 songs, 4 bangers. It's the back end of Backstreet EP. Came out in October of last year, 2020. Aftermath EP dropped March 5th, 2021. Go pick that up. Go buy it. Go stream it. All platforms. Follow me on SoundCloud, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. all music platforms. Twitch. I do gaming. I stream gaming. Music platforms. You got those. SoundCloud. You got my SoundCloud music, which is separate from my mainstream stuff. So go check out all those, and make sure you follow, turn on notifications, because we're always active on something. And make sure you guys stay busy, stay blessed, stay focused, and grind. Stay on your grind, hustle, always hustle. Rest in peace to Nipsey. And just be a better you every day. New version, better you. This is Trell to Finity, and I'm out of here. I'll see you guys.